Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is the game War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is my play by email match against KilRoy. Scenario 1, no modification, very standard 1 day turn setup. This is 11th April, the day after my more or less unsuccessful attempt to reconquer Marcus Island. I have to call back my invasion fleet and maybe try another time. There's some engagement at Pagan. I think my Nagato battleships, yeah, Nagato Mutsu are here to intercept and see what is going on. And there is one cargo ship. Not sure if it's had anything loaded. And this is the point that KilRoy can take this Central Pacific islands, but how he won maintenance. And this is Marcus Island. This was normally what I'm hoping for. Here's the AV, a important ship for coastal search and navy search, something like this. But my I2 simply missed the chance. And there's the next, but this time is the AP. And I5 is much more successful. And this AP, maybe it's already finished unloading, but at least it is now maybe out of action. And it's sinking. So today I was able to penetrate or avoid enemy destroyers. My subs did at least something. I also send a minesweeper to prepare. Sooner or later, I must take Pagan back. So I send first my battleships inside to clean up if there's enemy task forces. Looks not. So my minesweeper is now to clean up. And now I2. I think this is now daytime. Nighttime failed, but daytime 2 torpedo hits. And also the sinking sound. So one AP go down and one AV go down. Both good ships. Of course, they don't have direct fighting power, only support. But what I can kill now will simply slow down all future advantage and movements for KilRoy in the upcoming months. It is subs are again not able to find my carriers. They're always a little behind. And I suppress the, I think, I sent my strike forces to Marcus Island to make a ground attack. And it's disabled a lot of support stuff, but no really attack value gets destroyed. The standard bombardment in China and Thailand. The Hudsons are also big. But nothing more. Yeah, the amount of enemy subs here around of Marcus Island are something. But luckily, in this campaign, we playing with a original Mark 14, so I don't really worry too much. Yeah. So KilRoy's carriers are still maybe somewhere, but not exactly at Marcus Island. But every day I stay here longer is a little risky. Marcus Island is really half the way to Pearl Harbor and Japan. And yeah, this is only picking up the last Dutch bases. My tanks also arrived at the next British stronghold.
Hello, my misguided friends. This is your number one enemy, Orphan Anne, from Radio Tokyo, with another blow to your morale and some music to console you. Today, the Imperial government announced that the ever victorious forces of the Japanese Empire have captured Mandalay.
So Mandalay also fall. And the next attempt from my side after 3 or 4 days of bombardment of Rangoon, I won't try it again, but I really cannot overcome the defense. I have here again not really high destroyed units, but it's always too many disabled, and this time I really have a whole division more or less disabled compared to the not so high destroyed and also not much disabled allied forces. So I don't know how is the supply situation there, but I need reinforcements. In Marcus Island is only bombardment. Uh, no one is strong enough to really take on the other one. Stalemate. So my airstrike was also not really too effective because my airstrike really only disabled enemy support units and not guns or fighting squads. Good. So there was no real air war, so we don't have high losses. It's really only one scout plane on my side. My submarines sunk 2 ships. Yeah, plus 1 AK. This was my Nagato battleship. AV, okay. And the AEP, also okay. And the standard cargo ship. Good. Because, yeah, China still no real activity. But you can see now that the supply situation looks better. I have still here some issues on this side, but more or less I was able to bring in enough supplies. I have now in the big air bases now nearly everywhere 20,000. Because normally a air base where you operate out of your airplanes, you need the 20,000 supplies to really have maintain everything well, get the maximum reinforcements and replacements and all of this. And in Tokyo, I have now 200,000 supplies, so now I'm fine. So 100,000 supplies I need always in Tokyo to keep it, and everything over 100,000 I can maybe ship out. So now we are in middle of April, and the supply situation is slowly but steadily really smoothing, and I can now say, okay, I try to ship out more and more and more. But I also need these supplies because everywhere is still a lack. In Singapore, I have only 25,000. This is normally far too less. Normally, you need 50,000 or more. And the same in Surabaya. And in the future, also in Rangoon, I need at least 50,000. So here's in the central north area, I still kick the forces because KilRoy have all his reinforcements sent to Rangoon. He only tried to hold Rangoon and nothing else. And I cannot really take him on successful now these days. My tanks already catch up with the next Australian forces. Maybe we'll see there's some activity and battle next turn. The rest is here more inactive. I'm still working on Hamilton, needs more time. Central Pacific is empty. I mean, South Pacific, Marcus Islands, Marshall Islands. Yeah, here's Marcus Island. So there are many submarines, and I was able. I think I give my task force 1 day to load what they can load, and I think the rest I keep here. I'm not more sure. Ah, no. I try. I think something else. I more or less yeah. I call back my invasion fleet without loading my ships because I was worried that he has maybe too many submarines or something. And then I have here a next task force. I think with also 3 Navy Guard units. So this are also 5,000 guys, and I have here now like 4,000 guys. This will be. I mean, if I unload all of these guys, then I have of course for sure overstacking. But KilRoy also have here, I think, overstacking because you have here 9,000 guys at least. So we go over the maximum amount. And then I maybe have enough firepower to take on this garrison. Or we will see how this works out. I still have no information about enemy battleships and carriers. I only see a lot of subs, and here are destroyers, but the destroyers failed. I was able to get the AP and the AV, so successful here. Let's wait the next 2-3 days if I can take Marcus Island or if something happens and mess up with my operations. Thank you all. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.